What it do, bruh? Talk of the town, Nintendo, Doc Trey still holding it down, still make the best games, and you know this, bro. It's the truth. You don't like it, you can have that seatbelt. I've noticed that every time a new console gets introduced, everyone seems to leave their common sense at the door. Now, in true Xbox fashion, there's more secret sauce to be had. And this time, people, and even smart people that should know better, are trying to insinuate that the Xbox Scorpio has some super highly custom magical bean secret sauce wizardry that makes it so that the GPU in the Xbox One outperforms the PC equivalent. Nigga, that is not exclusive to the Xbox Scorpio. That's all game systems. Game consoles are closed box systems. Any chip that a game system uses is going to perform better in the game system than on the PC. That's the point of having a closed box system. That's the point of coding to the metal. If you took the same chips in a PlayStation 4, a Wii U, a Nintendo Switch, and put them in a PC and tried to run the same games, they would all look worse than on the console. Because a PC has different types of resource draining overhead operating systems, a bunch of stuff that consoles don't have. This is nothing new. Calm down and wait until you actually see the games.
But as far as frame rate goes, that's the killer.
Yeah, it's not good, is it? And as we segue into the initial landing part of the game, then nothing really improves here. It's looking absolutely dreadful. Initial stages of the game, the lobby area is just totally dreadful. The initial landing area, I mean, I've seen it dip as low as 4 frames per second. There's a massive stutter when you start the game on base hardware. And as we come into land here, well, things aren't really that much better, are they?
You can tally up all the causes of this, though. If we're pinning the CPU as the culprit, you know, you've got the massive draw calls as you swoop down in that parachute. You've got the netcode trying to work out where all the players are landing all at once. Yeah, it just takes a real toll. I mean, it's kind of surprising that we're even seeing it on the Xbox One X. To a certain extent, but yeah, this is really a bad first impression as you land, especially.
And then you have the involvement of the Coalition, who worked on Gears of War 4. These guys have produced what I would say is possibly the finest Unreal Engine 4 game of the generation, certainly on consoles, in my opinion at least. And, you know, whoa, we've got these guys involved with PUBG as well. It's going to be awesome. And yet, you know, you saw those frame rate readings earlier. It was a bit of a mess, and at best we're looking at 30 FPS, and it isn't exactly impressive from a visual standpoint. So from my perspective, it's actually really disappointing that we're getting this kind of turnout when you've got that much talent apparently involved with the game. Yeah. As you can see here, number of differences. First of all, texture quality on the base hardware, it really isn't impressive at all compared to the X, but even then the X isn't exactly setting new standards in graphical quality.
You do get the texture filtering boost on X as well, but the asset quality itself, even up close, you can definitely see a huge difference. It's like soup on the original Xbox One, which is really quite sad to see. It's like soup on the original Xbox One. It's like soup